Right. Hello. Hello. I'm on time, right? Yes, he's on time. No, perfect. Hold on. Was that perfect? Yeah. Thumbs up if you think there'll be a star. Oh, oh, yeah. There we go. It's come through on my PC. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Send It's Weather channel. We've already got 9 of you waiting. We've just started 20 seconds ago. You absolute legends. Yeah, get the thumbs ups if you think there'll be a red warning on Friday. But yeah, how's everyone doing? Let me all know in the chat. We've got Jay, we've got Christopher, we've got Callum, Oscar's mutuality interest, Fletcher, Andy, and Barb Mac and Hazel's in the chat. Hope your care arrives on time, Hazel. She's a bit rubbish, isn't she? Sometimes, by the sounds of it. Got Danny V in the chat, one of the top mods, you know. Carries the chats, mods it for me, thank you very much. We've also got Andrew as well. He'll be on soon, I'm sure, moderating the chat, unless he's fell asleep again. But it'll be fine, Right, so we're going to be going through Storm Éowyn today, and actually I'll say it properly, because someone will whinge at me if I say it wrong. It's Éowyn. See? There you go, perfect. So we're going through everything with Storm Éowyn in deep depth or in depth, whatever. We're just gonna break it down and go through all the main models and all of the other models as well. I've picked up a few more to look at. Got loads of you in here. WX Crazy, hello to you. We've got Chris A, hello to you, Chris. Great guy, everyone. Great guys, Chris. She's rubbish. She doesn't care about leaving people in pain. I'm sure she'll be there soon, Hazel. She better be. Otherwise, I'll go over there and they'll get the wrath of send it. Let's. Oi, get over here. No, they will do, I'm sure. I hope they do anyway. But, yeah, we're here to talk about the weather. It's nice to see so many of you in here, though. 21 of you in, and we've started 2 minutes ago. I thought we'd be quiet. I thought it would be a quiet stream. I was watching Gav. I'm sure a lot of you were watching Gav as well. I love his content. It's brilliant. No one does it like him. I can't be like him. Right, let's get on with the chat. Hello to you, George. I just saw you at the last second. I'm going to pull up the chat so we can see it. Also, rocking the cup of tea. I mean, it's in a Christmas cup. It's in like a Grinch cup, but it's fine. It is absolutely fine. That's good to hear. Yeah, see, I told you, he's very good. Everyone, say hello to Andrew. He's a brilliant mod as well. Got 2 great mods on the chat manager, and they always do a good job. So give him some support. Right. Now, this storm, some people are not taking it serious enough, I think, because it is going to be very severe, which is why I'm making this stream. There's red warnings being issued, as I'm sure a few of you have seen. I mean, some red warnings issued for Storm Éowyn. That's how you say it. See, I can be Irish. No, it is an Irish storm. It was named by Eireann. That's it. There you go. Eireann. We'll have a look at the latest. So what's currently happening? So right now it's 7 o'clock. As I'm starting, as my usual time, and you can see there's a few patchy showers around, especially in the west. Now, as we move through Wednesday into Thursday, it looks quite dry. Then there's this preceding weather front before Storm Éowyn arrives. I wish I could stop saying that, but I'm gonna have to keep saying it. But it brings heavy band of rain. Could maybe even be an isolated storm in the south there, along the south coast there. But I'm not sure about that. As you can see from the shape of it, it's quite a squally, elongated feature. And even to our north, there's some colder air trickling in from the north, which is allowing Scotland and parts of the hills of northern England to see a little bit of winteriness. And obviously that clears out the way through Thursday into Friday, and then Friday morning, here comes the storm Éowyn, bringing in its heavy rain, turning to very heavy snow over the north, but for much of the UK, it's seeing lots and lots of rain. Now, I would expect the rain, especially in the central part here, in the Irish Sea. Yep, I did say Irish Sea. I would expect in this belt here, though, between the Irish Sea, even the Isle of Man, to see some of the worst winds, as well as the northern flank of Northern Ireland. Along the coast there, to see some of the worst winds. You can see the storm wrapping around. You can just see the centre of it there, wrapping around, bringing some very windy conditions. Basically, you don't want to be in the west. There's lots of heavy rain turning to snow over the mountains in northern England, southern Scotland, and central southern Scotland, with over higher ground turning to snow. As you can see, though, it does get quite heavy and persistent. There could be a yellow warning for snow, and even in Northern Ireland, because the colder air has dug in from the north, back on the back edge of the low as it clears away to our east, digs back in and brings some small snow showers, scattered snow showers around for central Republic of Ireland, Northern Ireland. Now, this is interesting. The UKV is producing on the 6 o'clock on Saturday quite a squally feature with snow showers and rain showers mixed in, some heavy snow for the north, heavy snow showers in the north, but like a squally feature. It could produce a little bit of snow over the highest ground. Obviously, to lower levels, it's rain. As it weakens, moving to our east, before another weather front moves up from the south. Could be another feature, another storm, but something to watch out for. Bringing some more wet weather from off the Atlantic. Then there's another storm on 6 a.m. on Monday, which is a very deep area of low pressure, producing strong gusty winds in the south and very heavy rain as well. See the very strong, very heavy precipitation rates, with the reds indicating high precipitation rates. And that moves away to our east. So yeah, very interesting. Now, if we have a look at the wind gusts, prepare yourselves because these are quite high. So Thursday, it looks a little bit windy, a little bit gusty, with some gusts of up to 40 miles an hour possible for central areas, and in the west, northwest of Scotland, 40 hours, and along exposed coast along the east, could be a little bit gusty, but nothing compared to what's on the way. See, Friday, here comes Storm Éowyn. Hello to Epic Videos, hello to Laura Johnson. Sounds like Doris is getting excited. You can hear him. Oh no. Oh, he's alright. Pigeon is brilliant. Hello to you, Luke. How you doing? Let's have a quick look. Hello to Dandy. How are you doing? Jetstream shifting south. Yeah, we'll have a look at the Jetstream. I've got that up on Net Weather. I'll have a look at that in a minute. Yes, this is Storm Éowyn. Wow, look at these severe winds just off the chart there. Showing upwards of 130 miles an hour there, 133 miles an hour, just off the west coast of the Republic of Ireland there, the southwest coast of the Republic of Ireland there, up to 130 miles an hour, really severe winds. I know it's in the Atlantic, but even along the exposed coast, it's 120 miles an hour. That is ridiculous. And as it moves northwards, so anywhere in this region really should just hunker down and prepare. Not that far, I don't know. So I'd say down to like the west of, like, I don't know, the North Wales up to northwestern Scotland, so like Isle of Skye up to about there, and then of course Northern Ireland and Republic of Ireland are going to be the worst hit. Isle of Man as well is in there, in the Irish Sea. So they could be hit with some very strong winds as well. Obviously, it's quite exposed on the Isle of Man, so if you live there, then you probably see some very strong winds at times. In the west, though, it does look the worst, but these winds here are very strong. 90 to 100 miles an hour is nothing to be sneezed at. And then as it moves inland, or as it clears away to our northeast, it's bringing those strong winds with it. So they start to move further inland. 70 to 80 miles an hour quite widely for northern England and parts of southern Scotland, even up to 100 along the west. That's crazy. Hopefully the UKV's overdoing it, but it has been doing this quite a lot. And it is a high resolution model, so you can't rule it out. But yeah, as you can see, it's clearing away to our northeast and just produces some very strong winds for the west there. The west of Scotland, 90 to 100 miles an hour. Even in central areas, for example, it could still, and central and like Lincolnshire northwards could still see winds of up to like 60 miles an hour, or gusts of 60 miles an hour. Not sustained winds, but gusts. If you have a look at the wind mean, you can just see that even gusty, the mean wind speed at the north of Northern Ireland there is 70 miles an hour. That's the mean. That's like the average wind throughout an hour spell. That is ridiculous. That just suggests the strength of the storm. Now, I'm going to check the chat because I don't want to be neglecting you all. We've got so many of you in here. 48 of you in here already with 19 likes. Thank you so much for joining. And hello to anyone that's new. Right, let me get this loaded up. Right, let me get reading. What about Liverpool? Oh, cheers, Gav. I'll have a look through the chat really quickly. Maybe the south will be hit by storm, however. Yeah, they've got a yellow warning for the south coast. I've seen the shot where you showed Doris Epic. Yeah, I hope you did, because he's brilliant. Or she's brilliant, I should say. Yeah. It's an old video, that one. That little shortwave feature on Monday is one I've been keeping a watch on. That could be very nasty in the south, it verifies. Yes, Luke, that could be a potentially bad storm in the south. Well, not bad storm, but it could be quite windy in the south, especially in the southeast corner. 130 is cat-free equivalent if we were on the other side of the pond. I know it's ridiculous, that. Please do kilometres an hour as well. Yeah, of course, yeah, I can do that. Hello to James, hello to Chris, hello to Hazel, hello to Jay. Could these storms produce hail and thunder? It's unlikely, but there could be some, especially on this like northern flanks, like northern England, for example, with the heavy rainfall totals. Obviously, on the southern edge of the cold air, it's going to be turning milder, isn't it? Because you've got your milder weather, your milder Atlantic pushing up these low pressure systems, and it's bringing that in from like the west. So think about kilometers an hour. I'd say that's like 100 and it's like that. So it's 180 kilometers an hour, 190 kilometers an hour. That can't be right. I'll have a look. I'll have a look at the conversion when I have gonna get a minute. Oh yeah, sorry, Liverpool. Yeah, I forgot about that. Sorry about that. Let me have a look. Right. I'm just searching up what the conversion is. So if it's that, then I think it's just 1.2 times, isn't it? Or something like that. Miles per hour. So it's 1 mile is 1.6 kilometers an hour. So 130 times 1.6 is 205 kilometers an hour. So that's 205 kilometers an hour, which is ridiculously high in the sea. Yeah. Oh my God, what a guess! How did I guess that? I didn't even look at the chat. I'm so good. Cheers very much to Con Lynch for subscribing. Do you think you could bring a Sting jet? Sorry. Yeah, I'll have a look at that in a minute. Actually, I'm just getting through my bit, and then obviously I'll take different things and we'll have a look. Next is the Meteo France Arpège run. So nice to see so many of you on the stream as well, and nice to see so many regulars on the stream as well. Much appreciated. There's that weather front, preceding weather front before the storm arrives, and I actually know how to convert it now. So there we go. So this is 3 a.m. on Friday. Much less strong with the well. Gotta watch my words there. Much less strong. It's still strong in the western part of Republic of Ireland with 100 miles an hour possible. Met Eireann have issued red warnings for Storm Éowyn as well. Getting better at saying that, I think. Now towards the west side, where there was like 80 to 90 miles an hour winds with the UKV, it's showing 60 to 70, but still quite strong winds. The risk was further eastwards. There is still a little bit of uncertainty with this like gap in the Irish Sea between, the between Northern Ireland, Republic of Ireland, and Western England there. But I think there could be the potential for some strongness of areas, built-up areas such as Liverpool and Blackpool, for example, and areas north of this should proceed with caution, really, and keep an eye out on the nowcasting. I'll do a nowcast of when it's happening if I'm available. I might be busy. I'm a busy guy. Even for the south and even for the west there, it's actually showing 50-60 mile an hour gusts, which is still quite strong. Probably would be a yellow warning warranted for that. And as you can see, the storm moves away to our northeast, and it's keeping the winds around 70 to 80 miles an hour as it moves northeastwards. I do think the UKV is overdoing it, because that would be ridiculous if it was that much. But you never know. It's been going for get my words out. Put your teeth back in. It's been saying that for a few days, so I wouldn't discount it at all before the winds died down after that. But again, more winds from the arpège. Another stormy system bringing some more 60 to 70 mile an hour gusts. And it's just kind of windy, but it remains quite gusty until the very end. Now the GFS usually underdoes the winds, but we'll have a look. Wind gust, here we go. Obviously I can have a look in miles per hour. I'll get up both, because I can actually get up both. If I go on WX charts, and then if I go there, then I can pull up the wind gusts in kilometres an hour on here. There we go. So if I look, there we go, there's the storm, look. No, that's not there it is. you can see it's producing 120 kilometers an hour for central northern England there. If anyone wants that kilometer conversion, so that's 178 kilometers an hour to the west of Ireland there. So that's about 100 miles an hour. If we have a look on here, should be about 100 miles an hour. Where's the system? Oh, it's before there. Yeah, see, 109 miles an hour. This is definitely upgraded for Ireland. There's Republic of Ireland anyway. It was not this strong before. I know that for a fact. Let me have a read through the chat. Yeah, lovely to see everyone on here as well. Cheers to Luke for the conversion. Hello to John. Hello to Thomas. Hello to Suit. Hello to you, Suit. Hello to Moonchild. Daddy's driving me home, so I will be chatting in a few minutes. Yeah, nasty storm, definitely a nasty storm. Friday I'm in the amber warning by the Metaphysics. To be honest, I don't think I'm going outside or I'll fly away. Yeah, you got to be careful if you're in this amber warning, especially this western flank. I just think there's just scope for it to be stronger. The GFS is actually showing winds for the southwest on Friday morning as well. 6 a.m. See what I mean? There's not as much wind with the GFS for Ireland, but it's more focused on this western area, so up to 70 miles an hour. So in this region of western England, could be quite windy in the early hours of Friday. Proceed with caution is what I'll say. By 9 a.m, the wind risk extends further inland. So even for where I am in Barnsley, best place, South Yorkshire with Yorkshire tea, it's still saying, look, 65 miles an hour, so pretty strong. Even inland, which I think there's scope for a yellow warning upgrade. Maybe even an amber. I'm not sure about an amber, but a yellow upgrade. I mean, the whole country's got one. What am I anyway? But an amber warning upgrade for it's further southwards might be warranted. Slightly adjusted. Might be slight adjustments in it. But yeah, that risk of heavy winds extends across northern England up to 70 to 80 miles an hour, even inland, and especially along that eastern coast up to 70 miles an hour. Get your sandbags out. Very close way to our northeast, and the winds died down. Thank goodness. More winds Sunday into Monday with that storm system for the south. Look, there you go, bringing some more stormy, strong winds. So it's just going to be stormy. There's going to be lots of storms to watch out for. Another 70 mile an hour gusts in the southwest towards Bristol there. Pretty interesting, but not if you live there. Icon next. This one overdoes it. Wonder why. Wonder why it overdoes it, eh? Oh my word. Here it comes then. So it's showing widespread winds everywhere. Chat broken? Is it? Is the chat broken? Shouldn't be. One Friday I'm in the ammo. Yeah. I have long curly hair. So rip to my hair. It's not that long. It's not that long. Right, let's move on. No problem. I've actually got a conversion table stuck next to my computer monitor, so I'm a mile per hour person too. Good upgrades to Ed. Yeah, he definitely is, I reckon. Yay, Hazel! Everyone give a clap for Hazel. Care has arrived. Let's go. Storm Éowyn is gonna cross fast. Yeah, it really is. Right, this is the icon then. This has been overdoing things massively. It's showing strong gusts along that western flank of not Republic of Ireland, so especially along exposed locations, but extending eastwards into the Irish Sea and over to western England. The worst affected area looks to be western England at this point, so yeah, especially if you're in this area, just take it seriously because it might be quite severe. Look there, northern England there at 12 p.m. on Friday. Or midday on Friday, I should say, is in the western, the northwest, 80 to 90 miles an hour, even 100 somewhere like Barrow-in-Furness. That's the only place I can figure around there. Then very strong winds actually maintain themselves up to Scotland. So the northwest Scotland, the southern part of northwestern... What? The southern part of western Scotland is showing 105 mile an hour gusts just out in the Atlantic or in the Irish Sea. So before it clears away to our northeast, so that is pretty strong. And even for the northeast of Scotland, there still remaining at 80 before it eventually clears away. Might produce some more windy weather, 80 miles an hour in the southwest around Sunday. Obviously, it's a long way out, and it could change in this sort of pattern, but it's just something to watch out for. If you are enjoying the stream, please make sure to like and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. We're on the road to 1.1k. Right, let's have a read through the chat because it's fun. I love reading the chat. Yeah, look at everyone saying, great news, Hazel. See, there are people. Looks like the West Midlands gets away with it. Yeah, so, to a degree, yes, Jason, I would say. But it will still be windy, of course, but it won't be anything like Western England, like Liverpool or somewhere like that. Especially along with, you see, it's kind of like this. So I'll draw out on this icon model where I expect the strongest of the winds to be. So we've got it's got northwestern Wales, which always cops it typically. So we'll draw a line there, and then I reckon it'll go up to around central southern England, so about York, and then obviously in this bit there is the possibility of strong winds, and especially in this zone as well, which is increasing with scope of how windy it's going to be. And then there's Northern Ireland and Republic of Ireland, which look quite windy, and even in this point as well. In this western flank of southern Scotland, there could be some strong winds and disruptive winds, even there. But anywhere in this like western side of England, Northern Ireland, Republic of Ireland could be at risk of some very strong winds. We'll have a look at the Met warnings in a minute, but we'll just run through the final runs. Now GM, we'll have a look at that. It's in miles an hour as well. Here we go. Not strong with the GM, 70 miles an hour, but this always underdoes it, so I'm not listening to it. 70 miles an hour, though, just off of Ireland there, the east coast of Ireland. But it usually underdoes it because it's a quite weak model at low resolution. With that one, what do we all make to that, then? What do we all make to that? Hold on to your beanie. Yeah, I can't wait. What would you say? It's just, you just over-drama this storm, says Callum. It's just a normal winter storm, stop hyping up. Well, my response to that, Callum, is that you should be taking it seriously, especially if you live in the West. Might not affect you where you are, but it might affect some people who might be quite worried about it, so you've got to let people know about that, haven't you? You know. Like if you've got really strong winds, 70 to 80 miles an hour is quite a lot. I'll have a look, Luke, at that one. I have got that one on here. I'll have a look at that. Hashtag fake. Okay. But yeah, if you live in that western area, it's something to take seriously. There's a red warning issued by the Irish Met Office. It is severe, and you should take it seriously. And if you don't, then I don't know what to tell you, to be honest. That GM chart is sustained winds. I might have had it on the wrong setting. My apologies. It's still going to be about 100 miles an hour then, Harvey. If it is that, then it is going to still be 100 miles an hour. Why can't they even I can't even put the right one. I have no idea. Alright, buddy. Harrison. Get out! Don't need you. You just all fake. Alright, Callum. Alright. Cheers, mods, for sorting them idiots out. Right. Jack says, do you know when the last time there was warnings covering the entire UK? I do not. I do not, actually. It's not to be ignored at all, is it? It's a strong storm. I mean, that is quite funny that I did put the wrong charts on, but it does say wind speed miles an hour. So that's not my fault, alright? I just thought the GM didn't show the proper charts on here. We'll have a look on WX at the ECM, because that has come out on their wind gust. This is in kilometres an hour, so I can easily convert it now because I just divide it by 1.6. So there's the track of the low there, 940 millibars, and I think the track is quite nailed on now with where it's going to go. So it's going to go through Western Ireland up to northeastern Scotland on this sort of track, which the lows typically take anyway. They come off the Atlantic, they go through that's a bit low. They go through the northern part of Ireland, and then they go northwards. That is not right. Why can I not draw? What is going on? I'm distracted by them two commenters. I'm gonna say fake. I mean, it's on the screen. I don't really know what to say. It's something to be taken seriously, especially in the red warning. Stay indoors is my thing. But you can see where it's going. It tracks towards the north of Ireland and then tracks to the northeastern parts of Scotland. And it's kind of, they always follow that track below. They might deviate slightly, but they don't deviate too much. You can see why this is if I go to NetWeather and we have a look on the live. No, not that one. Not that one. Weather charts. There we go. Can I stop clicking on the wrong one? Nope, not that one. Charts. Here we go. Right, and then we go to jet stream. This is what's causing all this. Yeah, exactly, Bob. That's the thing, isn't it? You get more trolls when you. I mean, it's easy to get rid of them because I've got my amazing mods on my side. Right, this is the jet stream. So this has been powered up by America and all them lows and all that really cold air, and it's basically powered up the jet stream in the Atlantic, which is very powerful, and it's shoving right into the UK. So you can see this is Thursday at 9 AM, and then the jet stream goes right at the top of the country, very strong. A little bit of a shortwave jet there, shoving some. That's causing that low to move to our north. It's kind of moving along like this, and it moves to our north like that. And then obviously that's it. Just a very strong jet, which is why we're getting continued low pressure systems running in off the Atlantic. And then it goes to our north, but it traps the low underneath it on this. But it could always change. It is a long way off. But the jet stream, even by the 6th or 7th of Feb, is still very strong at this point. Now, let me make sure everything was in frame there. Oh. Alright, let's go to that one. We just don't want bananas on the chat, do we? Not when we're doing stuff like this. Matt said, any signs of cold weather? Thank you. Clear sunny weather, sunny winter skies. Doesn't look like it at the moment. We'll have a quick look at the very end of the video, but obviously we're focusing on the storm at the moment. If you were commenting in the chat, I'm not sure where you were commenting, but yeah. We'll have a look. So if we have a look at the... So it's definitely not fake. Yeah, exactly. Moderators are doing a great job. Yeah, I've got some good mods, so I'm all right. Bring back the BAM hammer. Yeah. Wish I could. Or I just press the hidden button and then they're gone. So it doesn't matter, does it really? Hello to Paul. How are you doing? Hello to you. Right, we'll go on to the ECM and we'll have a look at this. So very stormy for that western portion of England. Pretty nailed on with that, to be honest, for most of these runs, and Northern Ireland there. I do think the Republic of Ireland in this western flank could still see some strong winds as well. Something to keep an eye on for that. Now, carry on. No, I'm just checking. 78 of you in here with 35 likes on stream. Can we get 250 likes? Let's go for it. Come on, guys. Let's do it. Cheers, everyone, for support. Right. So we'll move on to... I actually want to focus and show you all the pattern. I wonder if they're saying it's fake. We'll say the same when they wake up Friday morning. Yeah, exactly. If they're living in that island zone and there's 100-mile-an-hour gusts going out the window and, you know, they're getting blown away. I mean, they're not going to have the same response there. They're going to be like, oh, I should have listened to that Send It guy. You know, he might be a bit of an idiot, but he actually got it right, you know. And it's something to be taken. You can't just take a storm like this not seriously. I mean, look at it. It's a deep area low pressure tracking across the UK. Even areas in central Britain are still going to be quite windy. In the south, it's going to be quite windy. So it's still something to be taken seriously, you know. Can't just dally around. Because it's going to, at the end of the day, even around the storm, it just increases the wind speed. So around the centre of this low, you might think, oh, that's where the winds are. But there's still winds. It's still a strong westerly wind as that low's clearing through. Then another low arrives on Sunday into Monday, bringing some more wet, windy and unsettled weather. The jet stream sinks southwards at some point, and then high pressure ridges out in the Atlantic, pulling down a colder northerly wind. Transient though, because high pressure ridges over the top of the country. And then we go into a quite mild pattern with winds in from the southwest. Heights try to build to our north, but topple under the jet stream, and because the jet's gone to our north, but so on the mild side of the jet, winds in from the southwest, and obviously there's potential for an inversion in the southeast there. It's a long way off though, so don't take it too literally. But the jet stream has shifted northwards, shoving the Atlantic and all the shoving all the low pressure systems to our north, and we stay quite dry and settled, which could be quite pleasant if you like your milder weather. And it looks quite dry, with the potential for frost and fog under any clear skies and lighter winds. That is that. Right, we'll have a look at the Met Office warnings. Up in Perth, wonder if it'll switch to a red warning in Perth. Yeah, maybe. It could do. I'm going to go to there, and I'm going to have a look. Amber warnings in force. Here we go. So this is the scale of the amber warnings. This is just to show you that it's not fake and all that rubbish. Because, look, amber warnings for winds, and we're 2 days away. Storm Éowyn is expected to bring very strong winds and widespread disruption on Friday. It's between 6 a.m. on Friday to 9 p.m. on Friday. On Friday? How many times can I say it? On Friday. So power cuts likely to occur, potential to damage and injuries and danger to life, which is why it says danger to life in the title, because there is definitely the risk of that, especially in Ireland. Storm Éowyn will move across the northwest of the UK on Friday, clearing to the northeast on Friday night. This will bring a spell of very strong west to southwesterly winds, with peak gusts of 6 to 70 miles an hour fairly widely inland. Just missing me. 70 to 80 miles an hour in some areas, and 80 to 90 miles an hour along more exposed coasts and hills. Perhaps even higher in a few locations. It should be noted that there may be a slight reduction in wind strength for a time as the centre of Storm Éowyn passes overhead. This most likely in parts of Northern Ireland and Western Scotland, the areas most at risk from the winds, before they rapidly increase again, and they'll gradually decrease and ease as we go through Friday. So you can see just the scale of the wind warning. If you're having that amber warning, be prepared for it to upgrade to a red. I really do see there being a red warning for this because it's quite severe. Most of the runs are showing that 100 miles an hour, even to Northern Ireland, which is why I think there'll be a red warning. Could even be one for the south of Scotland, possibly, but I'm not sure. There's also a yellow warning for snow. Snow for a time on Friday morning may cause some disruption, because remember on one side, where that mild and colder air moves, there's colder air coming from the north, milder air with the Atlantic coming up from the southwest, and at that line there could be some snow, which is where the boundary line is. So on this side there'll be snow, on this side there'll be rain, and obviously that's going to continue to move northwards, bring in more rain. It's going to turn back, but it could accumulate a little bit. 2 to 5 centimetres may accumulate in places above 100 metres elevation and 5 to 10 above 300 metres. It could persist not longer, but that's just to be worked out. I can guarantee you they will issue a red warning tomorrow morning. I think they will as well. Met Eireann may help. Yeah, they did put a red warning out. I am not going to even attempt to say that. I'll say Clan Fair. That's how you say it, Epic. Think they could have chosen a better E. Yeah, I think they could have just called it. They could have just called it Ewan. You know what I mean? Like Samuel Ewan in the chat. They could have just called him Ewan. You know, or Ewan, Ewen, whatever they wanted to call it. Could have just called it that. Or Storm Frank should be Storm Frank, but we've already had a Storm Frank, I think. I am not. I'm trying to say it. I'm not embarrassing myself for that. They are underplaying it. I feel like they're underplaying it, but I've got a strange feeling that this is similar to the 1987 storm. Yeah, for O, we'll just say Owen. Alright, CRT vlogs. I'll go on then. Clanfair, Wilgigi, Goggery, Quim, Guy, Goshi, Silly Old Gogogok. There you go. It could be Storm Edward, yeah, that's true. What did this guy say? Cheers mods. Message deleted, cheers. Fake clickbaiter. I'm sorry, but where is the clickbait? Now, I want to understand. Where is the clickbait? Danger to life. Literally, Met Office have put right there. Danger to life. So, it literally is very, very severe. I want to hear your clickbaiting story, pal. Except it's not E. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm happy now. There you go. See, that was the worst attempt at saying that, because I'm not from there, but I'm not from Wales, but gotta appreciate the effort, at it. Stormony! Right, we'll go for this. In the east, it looks alright until as it clears away to the east, the storm northeast, so it could be quite windy on exposed coasts in the east. There's that storm, there's the storm though moving through with a GEM. Bringing another storm, or another wet and windy unsettled system, which kind of gets stuck over the top of the country with some high pressure to our east, stopping it in its tracks before it clears away, and we go into a transient northerly wind. Not particularly cold. GM tries to build heights to our north to build Scandinavian high. It's very unlikely to happen. In fact, I'll probably vouch to say it won't happen. And then the ECM. Again, there's that storm Éowyn clearing through, then another like wet and windy system moving through to our east, bringing up down the winds from the north again as it clears away, and brings the -5 line in, so quite cold. Next Thursday, before again, high pressure kind of topples over the top of the country. The Atlantic's moving a little bit further northwards, and we're going back into west or southwesterly winds. With that one, yeah, that's. We've got the Mogreps charts on here as well. Go through them very quickly. Facts chart. Yeah, there we go. I wanted to show this as well. This is the facts chart. This is the position of the low pressure system. So if we have a look, that's on Thursday. There's Storm Éowyn in the sea, and as you can see, it's a low. It looks a little bit different to what it did before, and you can see it's affecting and clipping western parts of Northern Ireland, the Republic of Ireland, at midnight on Friday. By 12 p.m. on Friday, or 12 a.m. whatever, 12 p.m. midday on Friday. It's right over the top of northern Scotland. In that little eye of the storm, it'll probably be quite less windy and probably drier, but then around the centre of that could be winds of up to 70 to 80, maybe higher, as it clears away to our northeast into Scandinavia, like that. There we go. As you can see, it moves through, and then we're back into drier conditions time. Before on Monday, another system is waiting in the wings to move back in. And that's going to be the one which gets stuck over the UK for a couple of days. There's also the risk of a low, which this isn't showing, but there's the risk of a low affecting the southeast around Monday, with winds from the southwest. Could be quite windy as well. So that's just something to watch out for. Could be deeply slow in a while. Yeah, hello to Justin as well. Hello to Justine. I hope this goes a different direction at the last minute. It's not going to affect you too bad, Hazel, I don't think. Looks like it's trended 100 miles or so south on the facts. Yeah, definitely. It was actually meant to be, or it was showing to be, like up here at the end, like, so that obviously it'd be affecting northeast Scotland, but it does look like it has shifted a little bit, subtly, but it has shifted a little bit further south with its position in 1 minute. I'm on the wrong one. There we go. That it should be going something like this, but this is showing it a little bit further south, which is quite interesting. But yeah, if you're having that warning area, I'm going to find that actually, because I do have it somewhere. Met Eireann, and then here you go. See, this is the severity of it in Ireland. They've got a red warning in force. Snow coming. Yeah, I wish it was, but it's not. It's Northern Scotland could see some, and Northern Ireland, as the local is away, could see some because colder air digs in. So if you do live there, but I think you'll be more concerned about danger to life, extremely dangerous travelling conditions, unsafe working conditions. I mean, that to me is severe because that's basically the whole of Ireland covered by this red warning. I mean, I'm not sure what you think, but I think that's pretty severe. There's just this amber one, which probably get upgraded to a red at some point, even into parts of the sea. Along coastal locations and exposed locations are going to have to prepare for this because it's going to be quite severe. No matter even if it downgrades a little bit, it's still very severe. Earlier on, I made these biscuits with raisins in. Nice. The whole country of Ireland, yeah. It's ridiculous, isn't it? But yeah, Storm Éowyn, gale to storm force southerly winds coming westerly will bring severe damage and extremely destructive gusts in excess of 130 kilometres an hour. Coastal flooding, low-lying exposed areas, structural damage, wave overtopping, cancellation of events, impacts to communication, significant and widespread power outages, and fallen trees were the biggest one, especially if you're travelling on the road. It's just going to be quite severe. And I'm not sure how many red warnings or red alerts the issue. It does, doesn't it? It actually does. If I can move this stupid logo out of the way, then you can just see at the top there. Yeah, Met Eireann. It does look quite similar to the storm, doesn't it? Yeah. I agree with that. Well, that mean Wales would have a red one because there is literally red warning just off of the coast of Wales. Wow, that is quite close, isn't it? Definitely would be for this western portion of England, so down to like Liverpool and North Wales, but I'm not sure about the western Wales, so like this bit. I'm not sure the winds would be this strong, but I think they've just put that out as a precaution, haven't they? Plus, this is Met Eireann, so they're just going to cover up to the Irish Sea, and obviously Northern Ireland and Republic of Ireland. It's going to cover the whole bloody place. I've not seen that before. I really have not seen that before. So, yeah. Something to... Oh, how do I draw on websites? I just have this extension, Google extension. It's just called Draw on Page. It's literally just that, and I just pick up a colour and it just draws for me, if you're wondering. Well, I don't want to drag... I don't want to, drag it on for the sake of it. I'm not one of those type of people. But just to say, if there is any of you out there, who are saying like that this title, this video, I'm not sure how it was fake, or that was clickbaiting or something. They literally put danger to what? There's a reason I put danger to life, because there seriously is a danger to life in these exposed locations, especially in Ireland, but not exclusively. Could be in the west of England, but we're gonna have to narrow it down, and I'll have updates on it, of course, about it. But yeah, just prepare yourself in the amber and red amber warnings. It could go up to a red. It could be the risk could be increased to a red warning. So just prepare and take no notice of idiots. Yeah. Epic, I just said how you draw on websites. You just get a Google extension. I've got one called Draw on Page. I can just click the button and it draws for me. Yeah, just if you're one of them people, then you're a bit naive, to be honest, because it's going to be a severe storm. You can see from the red warnings already being preempted 2 days before the storm's even arrived that there is definitely the risk of some very strong winds, possibly even 100 miles an hour. Yeah, exactly, Luke. I know. Get your trampoline secured. Yep. Get your coat. Get your big coat and your wind coat. Don't take an umbrella out with you if it's raining during this storm, because yeah. But yeah, worst storm of Monday. I know. I've seen it, Justin. It's pretty bad. We just had a look at that. But yes, if you did find this stream informative, then please do consider leaving us a like, subscribing to my channel. I do greatly appreciate it. We're on the road to 1.1k, and cheers for the 99% of you that aren't trolls. You're still flying on fun Sunday, says Lee. Looks like you are, but I think you're alright. As long as you're not going to Dublin, then yeah, you might be screwed. But if you're not going to Dublin, you should be alright. But keep an eye out, and I'll obviously keep making the forecasts going. Storm for Monday, yeah. For southwest of England, yeah, there is just, I've just looked at that. It looks quite severe with that, and we'll have a look. My YouTuber and get idiots comments, just ignore it. Cheers, Bushman and Blue, much appreciated. Actually, we'll take a quick look at the GFS. Why not? We've got time. Let's have a look. This is the GFS then, and I'll take a bit more of a detailed look. This is that low appearing Monday. There's that little low, which it's developed. It has moved it northwards, but obviously it's a bit of a way out in this sort of pattern. But this storm here, look, is quite severe. 960 millibars. That would be another name storm. Going right through the centre of the UK, dartboard low, right over central England there. That will produce some strong winds. This is wind gusts, 115 kilometres an hour, so about 60-70 miles an hour at the centre of that low. And that's going to have to keep being monitored. Look, southwest coast, 130 kilometres an hour there, pretty severe, 70 miles an hour or something like that. Pretty strong. And then obviously there's just, this run keeps it very unsettled, keeps that low over the top of the country. You can just see the low circling around, and that is quite strong. It's going to be something to be monitored. It is still a way out, so things could change, but that is very stormy, unsettled, and there could be lots of issues associated with that. On that one, you searched WebWatch and it didn't come up, but it's good. I'll have to link it somewhere. Looks like the southeast could get a bit of hammering on the second drill after the main event. Yes, Paul, I agree. As it clears away, the winds wrap back round, and yeah, that chart shows that sneaky shortwave very well. I've been watching this one for a couple of days now. It's flying under the radar so far because of Éowyn. Don't worry, I've already got my attention focused on it, Luke. There definitely will be some videos on that, because I'm just going to title one Stormy Spell Outlook, and it's just going to have all of these details on it. Second stop could end up being worse for me. It definitely could. Look at the positioning of that low. If that was moved slightly southwards or southeastwards or whatever, it could go like this, and then the southeast gets battered. So it's one of those to watch. I'll keep an eye on it. I'll keep everyone updated on that, because that could be another one. Obviously, the attention's been on Éowyn, if I can get my breath back. But then, obviously, the attention focuses to the weekend, when this is looking quite severe as well. But, again, it's something to be watched. Dartboard lows right over the top of the country. That could just be significant. And lots of rain as well. Little lows, little troughs appearing in the flow at the end as well. Just something to watch out for, though. but obviously we're focusing on the storm. But that's going to be it. I don't want to raffle on too much. So yeah, but yeah, thank you all so much for tuning in. Like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Share the channel around if you enjoy, and I'll see you all in the next